it later.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good. I'm just trying to figure out how I can identify all the. They've made some changes in the system, and I'm trying to um, figure out they put everything. Yeah, as they go through some of this stuff, they're messing things up on me. Okay, so it looks like this person may have got. Okay, so let's see. Heller Neil. Okay. Do you need me to share my screen?
Yes, that would be preferable.
Okay. So let me share my desktop. Primary. Okay, let me know if you can see. Can you see like the Centra UI?
Yes, now I can.
Okay. So I am going to, okay, so even though it says a rule, it's not a rule. Heller. Arul was wondering what the heck was going on too, because he gets notifications that somebody's running stuff in his name, and he's like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, I know which developer it was, but it's not. He got the email from a rule that said don't do this anymore. So
Yeah, I did too. So, and I actually just sent another one to somebody. Okay, so let's see if there's results for this person. Yeah, okay. So he ran a quick pay for this guy. This guy happened to be a salary person. So it looks like it ran. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into, from the UI standpoint, I'm looking at this quick pay, and I'm going to go look at their statement of earnings, right?
okay,
For this quick pay. And let me back up. It's difficult to find these unless you know that they've been run. And so I kind of searched and saw that this is what he ran, and that's how I knew what to do. Now, the other thing I do want to tell you is if somebody's looking for stuff, and I don't mind looking, it's when they start making changes or
right,
processing.
okay,
Um, if you look at the filters, it only gives you like a 30-day or a month window to look.
uh-huh,
And if you're out of that range, like if this payroll, the process date was 110, process date meaning pay date, and the date earned meaning the pay period end date, right, is 1/9. It falls within that range, so I was able to find it. Okay, so
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 the
that
so I think the process date is going to be the pay date,
yeah, the
right?
process date. Well, this is the process date he processed it, right? But when you process it, and when you're processing a quick pay, it'll put that date in there. Now, the 110
Right,
date,
right. Right. So, like, let me give you an
110 date is
example.
a
Let me try and
normal,
figure out what.
yeah.
Give me a second here. I want to open up this actual integration that we have that we've been talking about here. But give me a second here.
So when you're running a payroll, um, the payroll the payroll has two dates that are really important, right? The pay period, the date earned, which is which could be, for an element, it could be the day they earned that pay, right, or deduction, or in the sense of a quick pay or a payroll run, the date earned is usually the pay period end date. Okay. The
Yeah.
process date on a payroll run And remember, a quick pay is nothing more than a one-person payroll run. The process date is the payment date.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So in this case, they're just 1 day apart.
Right.
And he when he ran the quick pay, he probably forced it that way.
Give me a minute here. Give me a minute here.
Yep. Go ahead.
I got a million design documents, and I'm trying to figure out which one's the one that this is actually referring to. Let's go. What are we talking about here?
So you're in the LA area, right?
011. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What the? Oh, okay. Okay, so I have a integration where the selection criteria is that we want a full file of all the employees who had a paycheck in the last 2 weeks. Okay?
Who had a paycheck in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah. And so what do we want to check? So I think that what we want to check is we want to see if they have a process date that was in the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So basically, we just need to check people and see if we can find this date, this process date, 110. So we're going to look at this 19810 person. We're going to see, okay, let's try and figure out which table has this process date 110-2019 on it, and then that's how we're going to find that connection, basically.
Yep.
All right, perfect. But it's going to be the process date, not the date earned, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So I'm gonna click on the action and go to the statement of earnings. Right now, there's other things I can look at here, but I can get to all those within the statement of earning.
Gotcha.
And the statement of earning is basically it's a UI that shows basically what's going to be calculated for that person, what is calculated for that person, I should say, from a net pay, earnings, deductions, other deductions, and employer contributions. So it shows gross pays and all that stuff. So this is just a snapshot of what's in his statement of earnings. I can click on earnings and it'll show me he had an element. He had a balance of regular salary. Elements turn into balances, right? So sometimes, if I say an earning, and this regular salary earning turned into a balance called regular salary. Okay. I can look at his deductions. Of course, it's all taxes. Anything pre-tax. Looks like there's voluntary. Voluntary ADD and YMCA, and then employer contributions, which again is the employer taxes in this case, but it could have been healthcare and things like that. Like medical, dental, vision.
Gotcha.
Awesome. So if I click on this little drop down, I can see different things. And what you're probably interested in is balance results.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. If I go into the balance results, now it shows balance group. I usually go to balance name because I'm looking for a particular balance. Let me blow this up a little and let me scale this down a little so you can see the whole screen. So if I go, it will show me this run, because I'm looking at a particular run, will show me all balances and earnings, balances in particular, that were processed and had values in this run. So you'll notice there's a large number here. So what are you looking for?
Well, that's a great question. I think right now, actually, we are looking for any of those. We're looking for all of those elements. We're going to do one line per element, basically.
Okay. What is this integration?
This is for Kaufman Hall.
Don't know what
But
that is.
I have a feeling that that's actually overambitious. I mean, I don't think it's not overambitious in the sense of coding. I think it's overambitious in the sense of we probably don't really need to bring that all over.
Yeah.
But so we'll probably cut that down later.
Yeah.
We probably
So
don't really need all of those, but
I picked, remember this balance I talked to you about yesterday on email? Centra Verify Earnings.
yeah.
So I created this yesterday, and it wasn't there when Preet, I think, ran this at the time. But because I created it yesterday, it dynamically filled it in. Okay?
Gotcha.
So that balance got dynamically created in the background. So I clicked on the balance name, I hit search, right? And I scroll down, and here is that balance, and here's different dimensions. So like here's an assignment year to date. Now I created these dimensions for this, and you'll notice they're all the same because
it's the first month of the year.
The first and only.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So it shows you the values. Now let me go to
Yeah, so I think we'll just want the ones that are like actual elements here. So we'll probably do something like, and the balance name is the same as an element name or something to cut out ones that are
so
like.
you're probably looking at something like regular salary.
Yeah, for this integration. But for another integration, we need that Centra Verify earnings.
Yeah,
so it's really
exactly.
Good to see that.
Exactly. So if I look at regular salary, there's a lot more balance dimensions set up for regular salary. Actually, I'm going to detach it. And even there, if you look, you can keep scrolling, and Oracle builds all these. This one, Oracle built all the dimensions and everything, right? So if you notice, do you understand about assignment level, payroll relationship level, and term level?
I think so.
Okay, so more than likely, all earnings are going to be on the assignment level, but Oracle stores balances at the assignment level, the payroll relationship level, and the term level. You can ignore term level. Nobody uses it. We don't use it. We're not going to use it. I think Oracle eventually is getting away from it, but it's still out there.
Yeah, so I think it's like terms, like work terms, are of like a legacy from like pre like HCM when they took it from a different system, and yeah. I don't know if they're ever going to actually be able to get rid of it, but conceptually I think that's what it's from.
But nobody in cloud uses term right now that I know of. At least nobody.
Right, I believe that's correct.
Yeah. So assignment and payroll relationship. Now the assignment is based on the person's assignment, whereas the payroll relationship is based on all their assignments. And so a combination of that.
Well, not necessarily, but yeah.
Well,
all their assignments within the same legal entity.
Yes. Well, it doesn't have to be, because this is broken down. So there's, on the relationship, there's a relationship level, there's a no cost breakdown level, so we don't care about the legal entity. There's probably, here's
Well,
the
they're only
tax
gonna have, I
unit.
think relationship is going to be their work relationship, right? Or is
It's
that
their
not?
payroll relationship.
Payroll relationship. Got it. Okay, never
Yes.
mind then. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So again, in this case, every balance is the same because we only got one,
Right.
um, one run. So here, here's an example of regular salary. There's also other balances in here. There's group level balances. So, I mean, you can think of Centra Verify Earnings as a group level, but it's something I created. Oracle also creates group level balances. So if you look at regular salary is a earning, which turned into a balance, but we also have a group called regular. So if there was more than one balance, if there was more than one earning that was a regular earning paid, it would group them, and it would be a group of those regular earnings. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And it gets complicated unless you know like how payroll's built, because payroll has, when you build earnings, you're building classifications, secondary classifications, and all those have meaning, and that's what this is. This regular is referring to a secondary classification of regular.
Gotcha.
So this is where you can view balances. This is the only place you can view it in the system. Otherwise, you have to extract it and run reports.
Gotcha. Great. Do you have any like reports or SQL that report on this already?
I sent you something that I remember I sent you on how to retrieve balances.
Maybe I'll take a look. I'll take a look.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was to you and that Traversant guy that was
Jonathan.
maybe. I don't remember who it was.
No worries. I'll take a look at that.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the only way I know how to extract balances. Now, if you're using extract, HCM extract, I don't, I've never used HCM extract, so I'm not, I don't, I've not done it. I'm a native SQL writer, and my SQL is usually I build a data model and do things like that. I don't use HCM extract, And
Yeah, I
I
don't even. I
only
think a
build
lot of
stuff.
this stuff is like I don't even know if it would be in the HCM extract, to be totally honest.
I think you can extract balances out of HCM extract, so and payroll results. So yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
I'm
Well,
sure you
maybe
can.
I might have to take a look then. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I can backtrack if we know the table name. I can use the
Yeah.
my like DBI list to backtrack and find that, figure that out. But
Yeah.
interesting. All
Okay.
right.
So this is when you're looking at a payroll result, run, this is kind of things you can look at. So for you, the balance result, the statement of earnings will show you a snapshot. The balance results will show you, the those balances and where you can view them. And on the statement of earnings, I can look at details. That shows me a little more about it. In this case, it just details out what we saw above a little more. Run results will show me all the elements that were processed and the detail of those processing, and I usually sort it alphabetically because when you look at it, there's no rhyme or reason to it. But this is all the run results and the results of those elements. And every element, has multiple elements behind it.
Right.
Shadow elements, I guess you can call them.
Gotcha.
So lots. you know, I can probably talk a week and you would still have a hard time understanding
No,
it.
honestly, I think this was really helpful, and I mean, this is basically what I'm looking for. So
Okay.
this has
So
been really
that's
good.
that's where now to get to that. So what I did is I went into checklist. I just did a search, and the search will show me everything that was run, right?
Hmm.
Now, if I run a report, like here, Taja ran a report, right? I cannot look at the detail of that report because it's under her security,
Gotcha.
right? But I can also see quick pays that were run, right? And the only reason I picked that one person is because he had that green check mark.
Yeah.
Now I can tell this was rolled back, this was rolled back, so it's not really there anymore.
Hmm.
But there was like multiple runs of it. Um, but I saw this person that was done, and so I mean I can click on it here, and I can see that it was calculated. Um, but you see, I can't do anything from in here, right? But I know the person number, I know the person name, so then I can go and go into payroll calculations and search for that person. If the name was Heller, yep. If I search for the person, I can use number or name. I just didn't remember the number, and then I can go look at particular things for that person. And in this case, I want to look at their process results. Now, process results will show me everything that was processed for that person.
What's the difference between process results and payment results?
Payment results only show you payments that were made.
Can we look at that?
Probably won't see anything because we haven't completed the cycle for this person. All we ran was the calc. So if I go to payment results, will it show me anything? Nope. So there's other processes that you run, right? In a payroll cycle, you run the calc, you run prepayments, which splits up how the person's getting paid. You run archive, which stores a lot of the payroll information. It kind of normalizes it a little. It brings in data that's needed for reporting purposes,
Uh-huh.
and further reporting in payroll. And then you run your deposits, your checks, your pay slips, and so forth, right? So your tax processing. So in this case, all we've run was the calc process. So
Gotcha.
all you can really see is the process results, and you can see that. Quick pay is actually how you run it, but in this case, we don't want to run it. We just want to look at the results. Um, here, let me take you to a different client. And show you, I can show you more, right? Let me think here. Come on, load it up. I haven't been in here in a while. Yeah, we'll cheat. We're going to production. There we go. So this is one of my old clients that I still support. So if I go to payroll, I go to payroll calculation and look at, I'm going to bring up a person. Now remember, it's, when I do the search, I'm searching as of today. SSN. Spell it right. Maybe I can get something. No? MEL. Oh, damn. I'm spelling her name wrong. There we go. So if I look at this Mary here and I look at her process results, now remember, I'm just looking for that 1 month period of time here. You're going to see a lot more stuff, right? I'm seeing, not only am I seeing the calculated run, I'm seeing the prepayments, the archive was run, EFT, so she's only got direct deposit, she didn't get a check, and the online pay slip, right? So here, if I...
So we probably only want to look at the one where the task is calculate payroll.
Probably. The process is calculate payroll. Now, it just depends on what you're looking for. Now, if you want to look at payment results here, right? So here I'm seeing a range, right? I'm seeing 111, 1228. So I'm seeing every pay period of her and what it was, right? She got direct deposit, I can't do anything with it, just view this, So I can see what she got paid in the different periods. That's not what you want. You really want the calc process results. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what you're going to want. And here, if you look at calculate payroll, you're going to see the same things that, we saw on the other one. But, well, here, let's look at some balances. Let's look at, at least it'll give you a perspective of, okay, so everybody's going to have eligible earnings. So this is deferred comp eligible earnings. It's an Oracle delivered balance for calculating like your 401k, right? And here, come on, there, you can see in one view. You'll see the different dimensions, different amounts, right? So there's an inception to date, and I'm probably looking at the first pay period of the year. Yeah, because the year to date's matching. And so, it's going to have a lot of the same amounts, but there's an inception to date which tracks from the day they started. That's the only other thing. But you'll notice, it's got different values now. Let me think. Oh, okay. So here she got holiday pay. She had imputed earnings. Let me see her. So she's got salary. Her regular earnings are salaried. So if I search on this, again, I'm going to see that with different amounts. Again, there's an inception to date and so forth. Now, this is her salary element, but if you look, remember the category regular? That'll have she probably only had yeah, she only had the one regular earnings so far. But I'm betting that the inception to date might have been a different amount. Yeah. So it's just it's just the different balances are here. That's all.
Gotcha.
It's bad timing because I'm only looking at the first run of the year.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I think I have what I need here. I think.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Cool. Rich, thank you so much for hopping on with me and showing this to me.
No problem.
All right.
I will chat with you later.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.